Halloween's here and it's horror movies and stories galore.
Maski sa gaming, meron din kaming fair share of scary characters.
So for today's Lima Lufit, we bring you 5 of the scariest video game characters.
And at number 5, if you think you're a bad enough dude to be playing horror games, well, try out Fatal Frame 2 and go against the Kusabi. Being one of the few characters in the game which can kill you with just a touch, its abilities are as fearsome as it looks.
And number 4, contrasting with Zelda's colorful backgrounds and lively characters, the Re-Dead is one of the game's freakiest antagonists and can surprise even the hardiest veterans.
At number 3, they are no boss zombie, but Resident Evil's Crimson Heads have freaked out thousands of players everywhere, ever since they appeared in the early Resident Evil games. Just when you thought you were safe, they'd come back to life and take a nibble out of your character.
And number 2, Silent Hill's iconic bad boy will always be present in lists like these. With a fearsome reputation as one of video game history's most persistent killers, Pyramid Head always made sure that Silent Hill players never had a good night's sleep for weeks.
And for our scariest video game character, the graphics may be outdated, but Clock Tower's Scissorman set the standard for scaring gamers everywhere. With nothing in your hand to protect yourself with, you're forced to hide from the Scissorman all throughout the game. What makes this tricky is that you can't use the same technique to evade him more than once, forcing you to think fast and act quick, unless you want to be his latest victim. Dracula is not back. Wait, so who's this Belmont character trying to kill this time around anyway? Castlevania Lords of Shadow is finally here, and the Kojima-guided game aims to lead this great franchise back from relative obscurity to greatness. Purists will be annoyed to find that their beloved nemesis is not back for one more bakbakan. Belmont doesn't fight Dracula here, though there is a twist about that in the end. Our cross-wielding hero instead fights the Lord of Shadow. Talaga? First, let's get the annoying parts out of the way. This thing borrows a hell of a lot from other games. God of War, Shadow of the Colossus, sobrang obvious. The lack of controllable camera also takes some getting used to, and darn it, sobrang hirap ang ibang kalaban dito. Mapapakamot ka na lang, and at times, it doesn't even feel like a Castlevania game. Why are we out here? Where's the freaking castle? This isn't Fieldvania. But if you give the game a chance to reel you in, you'll find Lords of Shadow to be a gem. Although again, it takes more than a few hours for this to happen. Once the disappointment goes away, you'll find quite the beautifully designed game. It's not the prettiest out there, but it's epically close. It's definitely one of the most atmospheric. And sure, difficulty can induce hair pulling, but what true Castlevania game is easy? Learning to beat different foes is eventually worth it and satisfying. Block, dodge roll, attack, repeat. Obvious ang pagkopya, diba? If you get over that and learn the counter moves along with light and shadow magic enhancements, Lords of Shadow slowly becomes its own game. Still, it borrows too much na parang daya na, and if we never play the games mentioned, then it would have felt fresher and scored higher, which is obviously not the case here. So we give Castlevania Lords of Shadow 3.5.
I'm so glad this episode is over.
But naman, too scared of all the monsters?
No, I'm just glad the writers didn't write me in as Sadako from The Ring. No way am I getting in well for this show.
Sabagay, parang ganun din yung feeling ko about that. So anyway, there you have it, folks. Our Monsters Ball special. Catch us again next week, okay?
Yup, Ari will be back next week and I'm gonna take a break, Muna. So thank you to Mountain Dew and Candy.
And thank you to Uno's Pizzeria and Fat Boys Pizza for keeping the good food coming.
Don't forget to add us up on our Facebook, MOG TV. Game over!
MOG TV!
You guys enjoy
The wing.
The ring.
Taling.
Galing.